Hey guys, girls, welcome back to the Passive Buddies podcast. I hope you're all great and excited for another episode. Today, we are covering the future of cryptocurrency and where exactly is it going. Over the last, especially couple of weeks, it's been up and down and it's been very, very crazy. Today, obviously, my co-host Brandon Duff is either going to calm you down or get you really, really excited. How things?
Yeah, doing amazing. You're giving, hopefully they get excited. Sure, crypto is pretty exciting, especially with the volatility where you can lose $40,000 overnight, like I did. But we
And
talked
still
about it a
smile.
few of us. Yeah, with Luna, which was a top 10 currency, and it pretty much lost its peg. But it's just a learning opportunity, and money comes and money goes. And I'm 100%, 1,000% positive I will make more money to replace that, and I won't be buying more Luna. But it's just a good education on how to not invest in algorithm. I can't say that algorithmic stable coins because they can lose their peg and you can lose a lot of money, but you can also make a lot of money. So if you watched our podcasts from before about play to earn gaming, I was making about $250,000 or $250,000 a year from just one game. So there are ebbs and flows to crypto, but if you are learning about the technology versus what it can do, if you're learning what the technology can do versus thinking it's just a crypto coin scam, then you'll be in for a treat, because there is mass adoption coming with gaming, with being able to automate. And we talked about automation in the last 2 episodes ago, so definitely check that out, on how cryptocurrency can automate a lot of things using oracles, which are taking information in the real world and using it on the blockchain, to using, say, proving that you own a rental property or house, and being able to transfer that license to someone else without having to wait, 30, 60, 90 days for that actual process to go. So I'm really excited about the blockchain. But what are your views on the blockchain? I don't think we've ever heard about your thoughts on crypto and all that.
Yes, so to be fair, mate, we focus mainly on yours, don't we? Which is right, because you are a lot more versed and in depth into it. I am, although I've got some crypto in there, like not massive amounts. It's always been a case of, and I've got people all around me, mate. All around me in like crypto day trading, crypto like buy and hold, and like moving money around. Like for instance, like me dad's sort of journey's been like Tezos. He was into Tezos for ages. And I think he's still got some, but I'm not quite sure how much. And then he went and he's gone like all in on SmartLink, which is another one.
Chainlink?
And so he's what? Sorry,
Chainlink?
no, SmartLink, I think it's called.
Check that out. So you
Yeah,
learn something new all the time.
and to be fair, I've got some in that. I think it's called SmartLink. We always should take the piss, because obviously the shortened version is Smack. So I remember, like, funny little story. Like my dad was banging into this like SmartLink, and he was like going for it and putting loads of money in it. And my mum sat me down one day. She was like, "I know you're into crypto, but I know you're not massively into it." She was like, "You need to buy this thing called Smack." And I went, I just burst out laughing. I was like, "Mum, are you really telling me to buy Smack?" I was like, "Come on." Obviously, I knew what she meant was the crypto. Just hearing my mum telling me I need to buy Smack, I was like, I just couldn't help but contain myself.
Well,
So
for
yeah,
people, that's slang, by the way. For people that don't know, smack is a drug. I think it's heroin. So do not buy smack of any type.
100% no.
So, but it was funny because your mom is telling you to buy drugs in a sense, but using the slang
Effectively
word, but obviously that it's crypto.
Yeah, thankfully it is a crypto, and I can throw you the link if you want to take a look at it. I don't know too much about it. In fairness, obviously, it was a recommendation, so I went with that one. And yeah, so my dad does the whole buy and hold scenario. My brother-in-law does day trading, and
Wow.
he does some good, like he has some good days and some very, very good days in the day trading. And yeah, I'm still to that. I've probably got my little toe in it. And that is probably about it at this stage. And obviously working with you all the time and obviously like chatting to you and obviously chatting to these guys, I'm like, and the question is, I don't think it's a case of like, are you going in? It's sort of when are you going in? When have you got, because I've got everything else going on. It's like, when have you got the time to sit there and do your own research? And I do need to make time. It's pretty bogus sort of, like it's a bogus sort of excuse.
Right.
And I do like I like the volatility in one way, but obviously people lose a hell of a lot of money in the volatility as well. And the things that attract me is like the staking, the holding, like you talk about liquidity quite a lot, where it's basically like giving your asset up for a little bit or like loaning out scenario.
Yep.
And they're the things that sort of excite me a little bit more than the actual like the buying and the holding or the trading. Because the trading of you, unless you get a bot in, like that's not passive. The buying and the holding is sort of it's just a big gamble. Um so yeah, like I quite like the whole scenario, like the staking, which I think obviously a lot of newbies don't really know about, do they? Either just day trade or hold.
Yeah.
So what's your sort of perception on what's the best way to actually make consistent solid money in crypto?
Oh man, how to make consistent money with crypto. I think it really depends. I mean, you should obviously be diversified in your crypto portfolio because just like anything, things could happen, hacks could happen. There's so many hacks in the crypto space on different blockchains, or exploits like the Luna, where I mean, obviously the founder did some stuff too, but where that's why you should be like diversified, because I lost 40,000 on Luna, and they're coming out with a recovery plan and all that. But I've made a lot of money through play to earn games, from staking, from holding other coins that have gone up 10x, from minting and taking the coins that are minted and using that to buy long-term holds. So I think it depends on what you're comfortable with, and what you want long-term. There are a lot of great projects out there, and I think that people need to focus more I find crypto to be like stocks 2.0. In stocks, you're buying a piece of paper in a sense, that is saying that you own a portion of the company, while a cryptocurrency is pretty much a stock. You're buying a token to have governance in the project. Some projects have governance tokens, some don't. So for instance, in the last episode, we talked about Axie Infinity, and they have their AXX token, and then they have their SLP token. And AXX token is the token that they can use to, do you hear that? I'm gonna write this down real quick. My dog's drinking water, so it's, I don't know if you can hear it.
Only just, not much. Until you stop talking, I couldn't hear it.
Oh man. Okay, I'll just wait till he's done. Do you remember what time we started?
No, about 5 to ish.
No, like how long have we been talking? How long is the recording right now?
It doesn't give you the time, does it? I think it's about 6 minutes.
All right. So I'll just do that. Okay, I think he's done. Yeah, dog. Okay, so SLP is another token that is minted, and that's kind of like their token that doesn't have any governance. So what happens is a lot of people end up selling that instead of holding on to it, because it really has no perceived value, and besides like burning it to make more NFTs, but it doesn't have any utility. And so people would consistently sell that, and the actual governance token would go up. So I think that crypto is like stocks 2.0 without having to worry about kind of regulations, because it is kind of still the wild, wild west with crypto. And that's why there are so many scams and rug pulls and all of that. But if you invest in decent projects that you believe in long term, that have an actual roadmap versus like they're actually creating something in the real world. You talked about Smart Chain or Smart Link. I'm looking on their website right now. But another one is Chainlink, which I thought was the one you were talking about, which is actually a company that is taking oracles, which are, they grab real life data and they put it onto the blockchain where people can take that data and use it as a whatever. So like, I can't give a really good example. I would think for me, thinking of an example is like, and you can already do this with regular programming and just technology, but say the weather, it's 80 degrees and I'll give you another example. We have a little thing on our roof, and it's called a rainbird. And if it rains, that rainbird sends a signal, which would be like an oracle, to our grass, our sprinkler system, and it would tell us not to. It would not water our grass for us. So that's like what an oracle would do: is it take real life data, transform it onto a network, which would be the blockchain. In our case, would be like our sprinkler system, and then do mathematics or whatever, or keep our sprinkler system from not providing any water or very little water because it just rained. And so that's what Chainlink does, is they have an oracle system. So those are the types of systems that I would invest in. Ethereum, obviously, because it's, and this is not financial advice at all, but this is just my own rambling of what I am invested in. So like Ethereum obviously runs its own blockchain, and a lot of NFT projects are on the Ethereum network. And so that provides utility because it's bringing all sorts of projects to Ethereum. And then obviously BTC or Bitcoin is more of a store of value, kind of like gold, and it is a hedge against inflation. So you have to find projects that are really doing something in this space, and they're going to be, it's kind of like, if you think about it, it's like the .com bubble, right? Like if you had a .com in your company name, you're going to be given a lot of money from VCs and venture capitalists, and 90% of those, 99% of those companies are going to go underwater. But that 1% will make 100x or a million X of your money and do really, really well. And that will take up all your losses. So there are going to, I would say 99% of NFT projects are going to fail, 99% of crypto projects are going to fail. But if you actually not buy into the meme coins and all the meme projects and these fake NFT projects, and actually get projects that are legit. I'll give you an example. For us, we have an NFT that allows people to log in to our software, Super Facebook Tools. Instead of having to put in their credit card information and their email and all this other personal information that, and I've talked about this on podcasts where people can social engineer you, steal your data, and then use that to access other things. You can be anonymous by buying an NFT and using that NFT to log into our software, or any type of software if they offer that Web3 service. And it just allows kind of to be more private. You can browse online without having to put in your email. I mean, every newsletter, everything asks for your email address. And if your email address is connected to your bank's accounts, to your phone, to your, all these different things. So now with the Web3 applications, you don't need to worry about having that email exposed. You can have just a web address and be able to log into a website or anything, software, your bank account or whatever, just based off of the wallet that you own.
So in terms of, so like, will that not then become a situation where everyone's trying to basically find out your web address effectively? So like by the web address, you mean like the wallet? Is that right?
Yeah, the wallet.
Yeah. Hmm. Okay. So your
Well, I
wallet
mean,
code,
it's an
like,
open ledger too, so like people can see how much you have in your wallet. But I mean, I use a ledger to protect my crypto, which is like a two-factor authentication device for your crypto. But I think it's kind of weird. Maybe it's just me, and maybe I'm weird. But people are very like private about money. Like I think it's kind of funny when people flash how much they've made in like they made $1,000 commission, but then when you ask them how much they make, or how much do they pay in taxes, they're like, I can't tell you that, it's personal information. I'm like, you just flashed, you made $10,000 today. Like how's that any different? So I think, I mean, me personally, I'm not really attached to money. And so I think that's why I'm not really worried about people having my public wallet, because I'm pretty transparent. And so I think that, and they can't really do anything if they have your wallet address. It's not like they can hack your wallet address versus hacking your email. So I think it's just more secure in a way.
okay. So we've got the increased security, obviously, with crypto compared to anything else. You've got more privacy, and I think that's one of the big ones I'm seeing, sort of like from people who are interested in crypto and people who like really get into like they basically wear it on the t-shirts and they're all in scenario. That is one thing I do see with like the crypto community is that they're very big on like, no, like you can't have my information. Like, no, it's all mine. Like, leave me alone type scenario. Um, and I think obviously that's having that sort of privacy, like, is quite interesting. Obviously, how people are attached to that privacy, and obviously using crypto for that. Now, in terms of like you've spoke about different types of coins, haven't you? Like you spoke about like the big two. So you've talked about Bitcoin and Ethereum. Then you've also talked about like meme coins, and obviously, although this, and I'll use your phrase, this is not financial advice. Why, in your opinion, your hearsay opinion, should people avoid the likes of those types of meme coins and shit coins?
I think we kind
Why
of
would
touched on it.
you avoid them?
Why do I avoid them? Because it's just gambling. At the end of the day, if a project goes to zero, like the coin goes to zero, people are not incentivized to continuously work on that project. And so I find that a lot of people, I mean, we look at SafeMoon too. SafeMoon, I don't know if you guys are familiar with it, but SafeMoon was this one of the largest projects in meme coins, besides like Dogecoin and Shibu Inu, I think it's Inu, however you say that. And they've been just slowly draining liquidity from it, stealing money from thousands, if not millions of people. And so it's just I think it's a gamble. And I think there's no real utility. So there's no real reason to hold it. It's just like, it's like slots in a way, versus a project that will continuously grow and provide more solutions to people, kind of like we were talking about with Chainlink and the Oracle system. So as time goes on, those projects become more valuable because they give real value to its holders versus kind of like a Ponzi scheme where you need more buyers to continuously drive up the price. And buy out the people that got in early and dump their holdings on new buyers in a way, versus when you have outside funds. So like say an Oracle system, people are going to want to rent that Oracle system like a Rainbird, and that's outside money where it's a subscription model in a way. I don't know how Chainlink runs their Oracle. I'm just kind of using an example here, but uses that Oracle to continuously use their business. So for instance, we use ClickFunnels or High Level in our business, and we pay a monthly subscription, and it gives a benefit to us. So I think that if people start investing in businesses like they invest in stocks and it provides value and provides a service, then it's going to do well long term because there's a constant flow of people wanting to use that service versus a lot of these meme coins are built off hype. And if the hype dies down, then new buyers are not going to come in, which are then going to drop the price because people are going to sell and drop the value of the actual token itself. So I think that if you can find projects that have a real business model behind them, I'll give you another example. Gala Games, we talked about gaming in the previous podcast, but they have they're a game developer, so they're constantly paying out money, but they also have new people coming into their game systems, and they have partnerships with other gaming companies, and they're able to lend out their software in a sense, or their network, where they're able to have a platform where new game developers can join and provide their game to gamers like me. And so like I have a node, and so that node is part of a network that allows people to, or all the nodes are kind of like a big server in a sense, so like a cloud server, and they're able to use that node to host their games so that they're not having to buy massive servers for their company. We're giving up our resources in a sense to provide for the network, and we get a fee for that. For using that node. They're at like 100,000 now, so I wouldn't expect anyone to buy them anymore. I have 3 of them, so that's kind of nice. But yeah, I mean, the fact that if you can find a company, and just for reference, Gala Games was founded by the co-founder of Zynga, which is the developer of Farmville on Facebook back in the day when that was very popular. So they do have a good team behind them also. And if you're like any gamer, then you're going to definitely be into, especially blockchain games, you're going to definitely be into Gala Games. But it's a company that's actually developing software that people are going to use and earn rewards, versus a meme coin really has no value besides its hype behind it.
So basically the meme coins, like the Shiba Inu, like when they call it to the moon, don't you? Like, it flew up and then it flew down and flew up and flew down. And so that is based on just marketing then, yeah? Like that price is driven up by a good marketing campaign, which obviously like marketing campaigns can flop, as we know, like they can do really well. But unless you continue to keep pumping out those marketing campaigns, that coin is always forever going to come back down.
Yeah, but if you think about it too, like, yeah, so those coins are going to come down, but where are they going to get that money? They're going to take it from the treasury, which is going to put selling pressure, because they need to essentially use crypto, cash it out, and use that money in dollars or pounds or wherever they live to buy ads on Facebook or ads on Google or on YouTube, so that they can drive more people to buy that token. So once the marketing dries up, the new buyers aren't going to come in, which is going to put a lot of selling pressure on the token, and it's just going to drop the price. So I think that you need an outside source to continuously bring more money in, so that you're able to, without draining the treasury. And that's why I think you need kind of real life value, because you have money coming in that's fiat or your local currency, but then that's also fueling the crypto because it's providing an actual use case within the real world, like gaming.
So if we're avoiding, obviously we're recommending but not telling you to avoid those coins, how would you, if you were going to get into it, how would you identify, like where would you go to identify what type of projects to look for? So if you go to social media, obviously that's where you'll see a lot of the meme coins, obviously with the hype and stuff like that. So where would you find, and where would you go to get recommended crypto projects with that utility, with that real life sort of making a difference in the world?
That's a great question. So you should definitely, there's YouTube's a great source. just Googling different projects. There are, you can go on CoinMarketCap and see the top 100 cryptos and go to each of their websites and check to see what they're doing. If they have any kind of real use case, you can go and check out. Someone did a great little infograph. I wish I could, I should look for it again, and we'll post it in the show notes. But it pretty much wrote down like the different layers of Web 3.0, from oracles to blockchains to like different things that I didn't even think about. And it kind of gave a rundown of each of those. So we'll link those in the show notes. I'll find it so that you guys can see it. But I would say you need to find something that you're interested in. It's maybe something that you use on your daily life, and see if they have something that is in the blockchain. So to give an example of kind of that, there's a project called Helium that is a miner that provides helium crypto, but it powers the Internet of Things. And the Internet of Things is like your oven connected to the Wi-Fi and being able to talk to other devices. They had a great commercial about like, if your dog gets lost, the chip, like if you chip your dog, it's not connected to Wi-Fi, but it can connect to the Internet of Things and show a GPS location of your dog. And that's the helium miners. And that's been grown up, it's been growing exponentially. But that's connected to the Internet of Things and helps with all of our devices that aren't connected to Wi-Fi interact with each other and talk to each other. Kind of like my talk about the dog and the chip being chipped and the GPS coordinates of that dog. So being able to find something that provides real life value and that incorporates kind of things you do in your daily life, I think is a great way to get into projects. So for me, that's gaming, because I'm really into gaming. I think games are going to bring mass adoption to crypto. And I think it's a cool way to earn your own assets. But you should find things that you love. Like there's, for streaming, instead of having all the ads and the centralization of YouTube and Google, there's Theta, which is a streaming service that doesn't have ads. It doesn't collect your data. It doesn't go by an algorithm, and you're able to provide content on that platform as an alternative to YouTube. And you get paid in Theta tokens for providing that content. So there's a lot of use cases out there. You just need to find out which ones you're actually interested in and what it can provide for you. I mean, there's cards that are coming out like high.com that give cashback rewards in crypto. Instead of getting like 2 or 3%, you can get 5% back or 10% back. It just really depends. So there's a lot of different use cases. So like that's a credit card company that's using blockchain technology. So yeah, I would say find something that you're interested in, see if there's and then add maybe plus and then crypto to it. So for instance, like blockchain game, like gaming, and then plus sign and then crypto. And then you'll obviously see a slew of different gaming companies that are getting into the crypto space. So yeah, I would say do your own research and find things that you're interested in, because then you'll actually invest and you'll be into the actual project versus going by what some kind of influencer says, because they are into that project for different reasons.
So in terms of bringing it to like the real world scenario, and I think this is a really good way to look at it. It's like, especially because all these cryptos, 90% of them are supposed to be built off like a business project, aren't they? Like they're supposed to be providing something. So when you referenced stocks and shares, it's probably an easier way of buying a share in a business effectively. Like I'm trying to think of like how people can wrap their head around crypto to make it right. Well, it's like this.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at like Robinhood or any of the new apps that have come out with stock trading, they offer
Mm.
crypto. So like I can go on Robinhood, or what's the other one on my phone? I mean, I don't do it often, but what's it called? Weeble. You can log on to these and trade or buy crypto, or even stock, or sorry, you can buy stocks, but you can also now buy crypto on these things. PayPal is another example, or Cash App. You can send money back and forth using Cash App, but you can also send Bitcoin back and forth to each other. So a lot of PayPal is introducing crypto. Visa is doing crypto. MasterCard's doing crypto, not as a way to buy and sell crypto, but I believe you can buy crypto now with a debit card through my Visa card or my bank. But yeah, a lot of different companies now are making it much easier to get into crypto without, just like as easy as it is to buy a stock, because you can log on to Weeble or the other one we said and buy crypto just as easy as buying stocks.
Okay, so obviously, but like, which is obviously absolutely fine, but it's like buying a portion of a business effectively, isn't it? Like like buying a share in a business, and obviously the price goes up, price goes down, just like a stock and share would. It's in the crypto space, and it's a little bit newer, and the up and down is a little bit bigger than what a normal stock is. But that also means if the up's good or a bigger up, you've got potential for bigger gains. It's just finding the right projects.
Yeah, and I mean, it should, like we said in the very beginning, it's just like the dot-com bubble, where every project, every dot-com company was evaluated as the next big thing, when in reality 99% of them failed, but there is a 1% that did make it through. It's just navigating through that 1%. And if you want to have the chance of one making a lot more than what it will be in 10 years. I mean, if we look at stocks now, it's been around for so long, the market doesn't go up as much as it has in the past. I mean, dropping 2% in a day in crypto is like the end of the world, where dropping 20% in a day in crypto is like everyday thing. So it's just like with anything, like just do your own research, have conviction on what you're investing in, and never invest more than you're willing to lose, because you should never put yourself in financial ruin on speculative assets.
And I think obviously that sort of sound advice right at the end is probably one to listen to, isn't it? Like, no matter what you invest in, crypto, stock shares, businesses, anything, like make sure like you don't invest anything that you're not prepared to lose. Because obviously with investing comes risk. And that's sort of the be all and end all of it, no matter what you invest in.
Yeah, and in stocks, I mean, there's manipulation in stocks, there's manipulations in businesses. I mean, you just look at all the different things over the years, there's always going to be bad actors in any space. And cryptos at this moment, there's quite a bit of bad actors, but you could say that about the stock market too, where people are manipulating prices with the gas companies, where they were, I forgot who, Enron, I think, where they were doing mass cooking of the books. So, I mean, there's bad actors all over. It's just finding ones that will last the test of time, in a sense, because it doesn't matter how high the price goes. It's just if you can recoup the price, your money back, and the investment has had a return, because having a little bit of money continuously go for the long term and getting a small percentage is better than it going to zero, where you literally can't make any of your money back because the company went bankrupt, the crypto got rug pulled, or whatever. So just look for projects that will stand the test of time.
Absolutely love it. Okay, guys. So thank you so much for tuning into this latest episode. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please let us know. Please reach out to us. Obviously, let us know you're enjoying it, or if there's anything you want us to talk about, and then that would be greatly appreciated. And I'll see you on the next episode.
And remember to like and subscribe to the channel, to the podcast, comment down below, and I'll see you guys on the next one with Bryan. So peace.